Hello children, good morning. We are going to start the third session on synonyms. We already studied what are synonyms. Synonyms are the words which are similar in meaning. So now let us start the third session on synonyms. Let's study some of the tips and tricks for finding out the right synonym. Before the examination, you must make sure that you attempt to improve your vocabulary through reading. So you must have good vocabulary. You may read novels, the newspaper, or any other English literature media, especially the classics. Most nationally circulated newspapers contain articles written in a decent level of language. This helps by letting you build context surrounding the words. When you see the word being used in a sentence, you form a background on the word, making it easier to guess it's a synonym. So when you read the newspapers, then definitely you'll be able to understand contextual meaning of that particular word. So once you know the usage of the words, you will be able to build up good vocabulary. Every time you come across a new word, you must look it up in the dictionary and thesaurus to make sure that word is well understood and thus well memorized. So in the dictionary you will find the meaning, and in thesaurus you will find synonymous words. So you refer dictionary as well as thesaurus, then definitely you'll be able to build up good vocabulary. You can even make sentences of your own or use mnemonics to remember the word. Another way to guess the meaning of the word is through breaking down the word into its roots. For instance, ornithology may be split into ornis, which means birds, and logos, which means study, thus establishing that it is a study of birds. So if you know the meanings of the root words, then definitely it will be helpful for you to guess the meaning of that particular word. You can maintain a diary or notebook to keep a record of all the new words. This notebook will then serve as a tool for quick revision as the examination day nears. You may prefer learning words of a similar category together for better understanding. For example, the names of specialists may be learned together. For instance, a cardiologist, heart specialist, neurologist, brain specialist, and ophthalmologist, eye specialist. It will be easier for you to remember if you categorize the words. So let's see some more tips and tricks. Practicing a lot of exercises on synonyms and words with similar meanings can be advantageous. The more you rehearse, the more you practice, the better you become. After all, practice makes man perfect. During the examination, you must carefully examine each option before choosing the correct one. If you are stuck using the word in a sentence, then doing the same with each of the options may help bring some clarity. In the case of some of the options, they may be opposite words. Then you can always opt out those words and look for those words which are similar in meaning. Synonyms, when used in the same sentence at the same place, ideally do not change the entire meaning of the sentence. For example, it was Sahil's hesitation that was the cause of all trouble can be replaced by it was Sahil's reluctance that was the cause of all trouble, as hesitation and reluctance are similar in meaning, but it is not necessary that you can always replace synonymous words. In case you are unable to choose between two given options, it is preferable to choose the word which matches the degree of the word in question. For instance, the word obese would be more similar in meaning to overweight rather than just plump. So sometimes they'll give similar words, but you have to find out the most appropriate one. which is the nearest to that particular word. Keep an eye out for easily confusable words and homophones. These are words that sound alike but may be spelled differently. For instance, bear and bear. Though they are pronounced similar way, they mean differently. This cannot be used interchangeably. Try remembering the context in which you read the word first. This will help to clear any confusion. Now let us study the list of synonyms which are very important from examination point of view, especially competitive examinations. Annihilate, destroy, affectation, artificiality. Admonish, censored. Admonish means scold, rebuke, warn. Aplomb, poise, balanced, composure of mind. Benevolence, kindness. Banish, exile. Ceremonial, formal. Clemency, very important word. Mercy, forgiveness. Contentious, quarrelsome. Delineate, explain. Dulcet, sweet, soothing. Decimated, destroyed. Estranged, separated. No longer friendly, so alienated, separated. Enliven, cheer. Exotic, strange. Forgo, leave. Flimsy, weak. Genesis, origin. Grapple, struggle, grapple with problems. Haughty, arrogant. Hail, welcome. Heed, consider. Heed, attention. Heed also has synonymous word attention, notice. Take notice of. Pay heed. Infructuous, fruitless or unnecessary, pointless, infructuous. Incessantly, continuously, constantly. Jejune, something very boring, dull, uninteresting. Jabber, chatter. Kin, relative. Knavish, dishonest, unprincipled, dishonorable. Lord, praise. Lull, pause or silence for a short period. Lull. Lethargy, laziness. Maestro, genius, a distinguished person, very expert in a particular field, but especially music. A maverick, a rebel. Noxious, harmful, poisonous. Nexus, connection. Negligent, careless. Oblique, neglect. Obfuscate, confuse, make something obscure, make something unclear. That is obfuscate. The pronunciation of the word is penchant. It's not penchant, it's a penchant. And what does it mean? Liking. Pallid, pale. Plebiscite. Plebiscite is referendum, direct vote by whole electorate. That's a plebiscite. Quiver, tremble, shake. Opulent, rich. Reverie, daydream. Respite, relief. Resurgence, renewal. Requite, repay. Sporadic, scattered. Sham, fake. Tramp, wanderer. Urbane, refined. sophisticated, upright, honorable, vilify, defame, venal, corrupt, winnow, weed, separate or remove, weed out, with that meaning here, remove, yearn, languish, longing for something, shout, zeal, eagerness, enthusiasm, zenith, summit, highest point, jest, delight. We have learned many synonyms. It's a time for practice and to test. So shall we start? So we are going to start today practice set number 2. We have already seen practice set number 1 in the last session. So now it's going to be practice set number 2 on synonyms. Against each keyword are given some suggested meanings. Choose the word or phrase which is nearest in meaning to the keyword. Lethargy, serenity, listlessness, impassivity, laxity. So these are the options given here for lethargy. Prognosis, scheme, forecast, preface, identification. Emaciated, very tall, very sleepy, very thin, very aged. Contract. Find out the synonym. Tract, expand, give, abridge. Inedible, unfit for human consumption, polluted, vitiated, eatable. Docile, vague, gentle, stupid, stubborn. Hybrid, crossbred, pedigreed, hackneyed, unusual. Latent, concealed, apparent, lethargic, prompt. Erotic, wandering, given to mistakes, difficult, amorous. Aromatic, crippled, fragrant, sentimental, stinking. Nostalgic, indolent, deceased, homesick, soothing. Sadistic, smart, malicious, given to deriving pleasure from inflicting pain on others. Depraised, enigmatic, displaced, puzzling, learned, short-sighted. Sporadic, epidemic, whirling, occasional, stagnant. Compendium, summary, index, reference, glossary. I'm quite sure that you are attempted all these questions of practice set number 2. Now is the time to discuss answers of practice set number 2 on synonyms. Pay attention to the pronunciation. It will be easier for you to remember these words and remember their synonyms. Let's start with the answers. On practice set number 2, let's take up the first word, lethargy. First option which is given is serenity. You are familiar with the word serene, calm. And what does serenity mean? Serenity means calmness. So lethargy will not be the right option for that. Listlessness, sadness. Here the right option will be laxity, which also means laziness. So lethargy, laxity. Next word is prognosis. Prognosis means forecast. So B will be the right option. Emaciated. What does emaciated mean? Emaciated means very weak, very thin. So C is the right answer. Contract. So what is the answer here? Answer is a D, a breach. Now tract is an area of land. Expand, give. Abreach means shorten. You are familiar with the meaning of the word contract as agreement. But here it is reduce in size. Contract. So contract also means to reduce in size. So that's why here the option D is the right option. Abreach. Inedible. So right answer is here unfit for human consumption. Edible oil, inedible, which is unfit for human consumption, which you can eat, that's edible. Docile, vague, gentle, stupid, stubborn. Now docile means submissive. So here the right option will be gentle. Stubborn means adamant. The word vitiated means spoiled. Hybrid. Here the answer is crossbred. A pedigree, that's a purebred. Hackneyed, very plain. Phrase, unusual. So the right answer for hybrid is crossbred. Latent, concealed, apparent, lethargic, prompt. Lethargic, very lazy, and concealed, hidden, latent. So answer is A, concealed, hidden, latent. Erotic, wandering, given to mistakes, difficult, and the right option is amorous. Amorous means sexual, lustful, erotic. So the right answer is D, amorous. Aromatic. What is the right answer here? You are familiar with the word aroma. So here something that gives fragrance. Aromatic. So what gives aroma? So the right option will be fragrant. Let's go to the next word, nostalgic. And what is the right answer? Homesick, indolent, very lazy, soothing, something very comforting, soothing music. So the right answer, nostalgia. You feel homesick. You remember your old dates, past dates. Nostalgia. So you feel homesick. So homesick would be synonymous word. 12th one we'll take up. Sadistic, smart, malicious. What does malicious mean? Somebody who intends to do harm, spiteful, malevolent. Now given to deriving pleasure from inflicting pain on others. So the one who enjoys when somebody is in trouble or somebody is in pain. So that person is sadistic. So right option will be C. Enigmatic. Enigma means something very mysterious. So enigmatic is mysterious. So the right answer will be puzzling, perplexing, which is very difficult to understand. Let's go to the next word. Sporadic. What does sporadic mean? Something which is happening occasionally, infrequently. So the right option will be occasional. You are familiar with the word epidemic. Coronavirus pandemic. Now, coronavirus epidemic is spreading in many countries. So that's why it's called pandemic. So epidemic that spreads in many countries, that's a pandemic. Stagnant water. Stagnant, which is in same place, stagnant, which has remained stagnant. Compendium. Compendium is collection of some information in a particular subject. Now here the right word will be glossary, which will be synonym of compendium. Glossary means collection of words in a particular context. So at the end of the book you may find the glossary. So for compendium the right answer is glossary. I am quite sure that you must have learned a number of new words and their synonyms. These synonyms will definitely help you to express beautifully. In order to have colorful expression, synonyms play a vital role. Read the newspapers every day. Look up the dictionary to find out the meanings of difficult words. You have to go on expanding your vocabulary, as the questions on vocabulary are very important from a UPSC point of view. So therefore, learn new words every day and expand your vocabulary.